Welcome to Foraging for Balance. I'm Jackie, and today we are going to do a post-paddling shoulder stretch. Alright, so whether you've been swimming, canoeing, kayaking, paddleboarding, or just have tight shoulders, this session is for you. Alright, we're going to keep it down low today, so let's start in a comfortable seated position on our mats. I invite you to close your eyes and just take note of how you're feeling head to toe. If you're watching this video, maybe a little tight in the upper body. And then let's take 3 big deep breaths. And when you're ready, open up the eyes. Beautiful. Since this is a shoulder situation, let's start with just a little shoulder warm up. So inhale, shoulders come up to ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Let's do a few more, following your breath. Last one. Lovely. We'll take our arms out to the sides, big stretch, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Give yourself a hug. Lift the elbows so they're parallel to the floor. Open it up. Give yourself another big hug with the opposite arm on top. All right, let's just flow to a few more of those. Just get our shoulders a little warm before we really stretch. Finish up the round you're on. All right. Then we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees in tabletop. So you want your hips over your knees, shoulders over wrists. Spread those fingers nice and wide to start. We're going to head into thread the needle. So I want you to take your right hand, flip it so your palm is up, and slide it under your left armpit till you come to rest on the outside of your right shoulder and the right side of your face. Your left hand can stay where it is, or you can reach it forward if you want to add a stretch to your left shoulder at the same time. Your left arm's extended, bring your left hand back right next to your face. Press into the mat with your left hand, slide that right arm out. We'll bring it back to the mat. Then we're gonna head to puppy pose. So walk both hands forward, keeping your hips nice and high. Shoulder stretch. If you keep your arms straight, you'll feel that stretch even more. If you wanna bend them because it's too intense, go ahead and do that. If you're really, really open in the shoulders, you might be able to bring your chest to the mat and look forward. From here, let's walk our hands back in to our tabletop position, and we'll do thread the needle on the other side. So let's take left hand, palm up, slide it under that right armpit, left side of your face on the mat, and if you'd like, you can slide that right hand forward so you're just peeking out underneath your right armpit. right hand's extended. Let's bring it back next to our face. Press your hand into the mat, bringing your left arm out and back to tabletop. From here, we're going to sit back to child's pose. If you still want more of that same shoulder stretch, you can reach your arms forward. You can bring them as a pillow under your head, or maybe you'd like to reach them back toward your feet. Let's bring the torso back up. If your knees are apart, bring them together. We'll sit to one side and extend your legs long out in front of you. Let's flex toes up toward the ceiling. Get any meat out of the way that's in the way. Right, toes to the ceiling. Inhale tall. Exhale, we're going to fold it forward, reaching for our toes. You can stop wherever you feel comfortable, whether that's on your knees, your shins, or your toes. If you can easily reach your toes, you might try pressing your feet into your hands, kind of pulling back with the upper body to find some more shoulder stretching. If not, don't worry, just enjoy the hamstring stretch. Let's release. We're going to come on up and we're going to head into a twist. So let's bend the left knee. We're going to cross it over to the outside of the right leg. Right toe still to the ceiling. Hug your left knee with your right elbow, left hand on the ground behind you. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your left. Untwist. We're going to go from here into some cow face. So let's take the left heel and bring it toward the right hip. Now, if you're tight, you might stay here with your bottom leg extended. If you'd like to go somewhere different, let's sit to the right, bend that right knee, and bring your right heel to your left hip. You don't want to sit on your feet. You want them next to your hips. All right. From here, we're going to add the arms because this is a shoulder stretch day. And I'm going to turn so you can get better views. We're going to give you a couple options. Let's reach the right arm up. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now, if you're really tight, you might just grab your right elbow with your left hand and you're going to pull back and in toward the center. If you'd like, you might try cow face arms, in which case I'm going to reach my left arm away from me, palm facing back, bend at the elbow, and see if I can get my fingers to hook together. You can also use a strap to facilitate that, to close the gap. Or you can just use your left hand to pull on your right elbow as I showed you to begin with. All right? Let's release whatever arm position you have. Now we're going to head to cow face on the opposite side. If you have your bottom leg extended, I just want you to switch which leg is bent and which one is straight. If you are in this position with me, we're going to do a fun magic trick. So let's take our hands over to the right side of our mat. Press into the mat, come up on the balls of your feet. You're gonna walk your hands around the back of the mat, all the way around. So you're facing the front of your mat again, and you'll find yourself in cow face pose with your right leg now on top. Right, so again, let's add the arms. Left arm reaches high, give yourself a pat on the back. Right? Maybe we just pull with our right, or we take our right behind us. And grip. Posing fingers, hands, whatever you've got back there. Great job. Let's release the arms. If you have both legs bent, I want you to tip to the left side. Straighten out that bottom left leg. And then everyone, tilt your right knee toward the ceiling. Hug your right knee with the left elbow. Right hand goes behind you. Left toes pointing to the ceiling. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist, letting your head turn last. Let's unwind and extend both legs long. We're going to do that seated forward fold again. So sitting tall, exhale, fold it forward. Maybe you can get a little deeper this time. If not, no worries. Get a little hamstring stretch. Maybe calf stretch, depending on where you're tightest in your legs. Next, inhale, let's sit up nice and tall. All right, and then bend your knees, bringing feet flat on the floor. We're going to take hands behind us, fingers facing toward your bum, and we're going to do reverse tabletop. So a lot of people feel this in the front of their shoulders. So let's inhale, press up, see if you feel it in your shoulders. If you don't, you might want to move around. I do that a lot in tabletop where I shift my weight forward. Then I get more of a shoulder stretch and I feel it along my spine. And let's all calm down. Take a breath or two here. Yeah, let's try this again. Press your hips up. Nice flat table. Find a shoulder stretch that you like. And then let's come on down. From here, we're just going to gently roll onto our backs, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And we're going to do a variation of supine butterfly. I want you to take arms overhead and you're going to grab opposite wrists or maybe opposite elbows. Okay. And then let your knees fall open, soles of your feet come together. Let's release the arms. We're going to bring them down by our legs so we can assist bringing our legs back together. And extend your legs long, finding a comfortable position, letting your feet flop in or out, whatever feels best for you. Arms down by your sides. I invite you to close your eyes here. We're going to take a moment to get as comfortable as we can. Right? Really focusing on the upper body. Maybe you want to inch your shoulder blades down. Open up through the collarbones. Right, take any other small adjustments you need to be as comfortable as you can here. Breathing is relaxed and even. I want you to melt into your mat like a popsicle melts on pavement. Now that was a little weird analogy, but it's summer. Okay, so we're just melting into the mat, relaxing as much as possible. Right, and thoughts are going to enter your mind like fluffy clouds on a summer's day. And we're going to let those fluffy clouds float on by. You might take notice of their shape, but we don't want to fixate on any one thought or cloud. Let's start to waken the body back up. Maybe rotating arms and legs in and out, or taking a big stretch overhead. And when you're ready, let's bend the knees, bringing them flat on the floor. And I'm going to encourage you to get up today however you would like. This is a shorter session, so up to you how you'd like to find your way to a comfortable seated position. Right, we've found that comfortable seated position. Let's take our arms out to the sides. Inhale, scooping up all that relaxation, all those beautiful shoulder stretches, and bringing it down to our hearts. I wish you a summer full of safe, pain-free paddling. Thank you for sharing this session with me. Alright, if you liked that video, I would appreciate so much if you like and subscribe to my channel. And now, after you do that, go enjoy the summer sun. Bye.